A Piece of My Heart is a play adapted from Keith Walker's book, 26 Stories About American Women Who Served in Vietnam. Shirley Lauro adapted the play, and she's brought it down to 6 individual stories of the women who served during the Vietnam War. It is their story of the time they served during the years 1965 through 1971, and of all the difficulties they went through in Vietnam, as well as the difficulties they faced when they returned home. The message of this play is basically war is hell, and it's represented by the lives of these women who served there. Right now, many of our people are returning from war. They're affected by the post-traumatic syndrome disorder. These women faced this disorder when no one knew how to actually diagnose it. I think the audience will take away the impression that this was a terrible war that women fought in, were a part of, whether or not they were officially listed as combatants, but also that it personalizes the war. It's easy to count numbers and to ignore those numbers or forget that those numbers are individual people. For my students, I think they think of it as a history lesson. It's far enough in the past that it was their grandfather's or father's war. It was their grandparents' or parents' era, the politics, the history of the hippies, the free love, the demonstration. It's a wonderful era to study. They don't really have an immediate reaction to the characters that they're portraying, but they're beginning to learn that, again, statistics, numbers are people, and it's the individuals that are important. It is part of my era, part of my past. I grew up with the Vietnam War. I grew up towards the end of the 60s and the early 70s. I understood the political turmoil, and this play represents so much of my life and my participation in my years, in my teenage years. I love working with individual cast members with a lot of monologues. This is a type of play that's structured that I work very well with. It is a play that immediately grabbed me. I had immediate connection to what the author was trying to create. This play connects very closely, I think, with today's actions in Afghanistan and Iraq and the Gulf War. War is always very similar, and these wars are extremely similar. Our leaders haven't always read their history lessons. The main thing for our students is that I think it brings them to a normal look at the students on campus. When they see a student walk by in camouflage, they're not just a kid dressing up. They're an actual warrior who will be going off to war. And now I think the students in my play, and hopefully the students who see this play, will realize these are real people fighting for their freedom. A Piece of My Heart will run October 28th through November 7th. Evening performances are at 7:30. We have a Saturday and Sunday matinee starting at 2 p.m. On October 29th, we will have a talkback session with our playwright, Shirley Lauro, and on opening night, October 28th, will be a reception.